But something else that we'll get to now, and we finish our truths, but something I just want to throw in. We're here, and we saw this last week, kind of piggybacking off of my first take about being a team that are winners, and that characteristic being something that truly matters. We saw in a game versus the Raiders and the Steelers. The Raiders have shown time in and time out yet again that this is not a winning team right now, and Davante Adams is not happy about it. Then with that being the case, he has expressed his frustration recently to the media, saying that he's not here to waste time, and he doesn't want to keep going through the process of trying to learn the process of becoming a winner again. He hasn't officially made a trade request himself, but many folks have jumped onto the idea of what it would look like if he did get traded. So I want to throw that to you as well. With seeing how disgruntled Davante is in Las Vegas, where would you think the best place for Davante would be to go next?
Yeah, first I was just going to say it's not surprising that he's disgruntled with how the Raiders have struggled, as well as like he went there to join with his college QB in Derek Carr, and Derek Carr is now gone.
No, he went there for the bag, and his QB had to be there.
Obviously, yes. Obviously, like the money is always going to be one of the main drivers.
For my point, my reaction to him at first was like, "Yo, like you chose the Raiders. This team has been what it's been for a while now, and you saw the writing on. You should have saw the writing on the wall, but allowed yourself to sip the Kool-Aid, or however you want to describe it, and think there was going to be something different, and it turned out to be more of the same. So." It is what it is over there. You want to get out of the cold and go into a nice warm weather area. So you joined Vegas, and they got the bag for you and all of that. And now this bag is not as nice when you're not having success as you were elsewhere. Now you're frustrated, and it's a tough thing. But definitely still rooting for him and wanting to turn around. But again, if things are not working out here in Vegas, where would you like to see him go next potentially?
Yeah. I mean, like off the top of my head, just a place that needs a wide receiver. I thought of the Chiefs, like a QB that, like, obviously they have Travis Kelce, but no one else really around them has stepped up, even to be kind of like a wide receiver too. Like they're still kind of figuring it out there. So bringing in a guy like Davante Adams, I think would be a seamless fit. Same thing like with the Ravens that we've talked about. They brought in some guys, but Odell's already hurt. Rashad Bateman doesn't seem like it's going to really pan out. Zay Flowers is nice. I like him, but he's like not quite the number one guy yet. So if you brought in Davante there, I think that'd be great for Baltimore. I mean, somewhere like with an established QB, because that was essentially my point. Like, yeah, of course, money is a driving factor, but he went to a place where the QB was one of his guys as well. Like he went from Rodgers being his guy to his college teammate as well. So that option is probably not available as far as like the Jets and Rodgers again now. So somewhere with an established QB and that has a winning culture, like you were saying.
I hear that. I like that idea. As I was looking around, most of the teams that have that have a solid core already, outside of the Chiefs, who are still trying to get their guys up to speed again. The Ravens, I do hear what you're saying, but at this point, that we do have enough guys over there. And once they do get the legs under them, Odell, as you mentioned, those pieces should be enough for them to compete without needing another guy on the outside for Lamar. So I was looking around. I was trying to think of other situations where it could work. And a team that surprised me, and it's not fully a winning culture yet, it's a team with a young QB that's still trying to find his way. He actually was out last week, but the team still found a way to win. It ironically was the Colts last week, seeing what they put together. They have a good running game. They have Zach Moss there when Jonathan Taylor's out, and Jonathan Taylor is disgruntled because of contract situations. Though it seems like he's going to stay there, that could be a place where once they have that running game established, Michael Pittman's on the outside. He's a guy who gets a lot of targets. He gets 12, 13 targets a game. They have other young guys who are decent. They have Isaiah McKenzie. They have Alec Pierce. But nobody else on that squad attract attention in a way that if he would go over there would command. He definitely would be the 1A. I think having Michael Pittman as the 1B next to him would be a great 1-2 punch for a guy, Anthony Richardson, who's developing and already showing great flashes, even in the 2 games he has played, and I think the 1 he sat so far. So as I was looking around, there are other teams that surely could fit into that equation. I know going to the Colts and things with Jim Irsay, I believe, are a little ruffled for a few guys right now. So I'm looking to get into that type of situation. But as I was looking around at what's going on right now, the Colts at 2-1, amongst other squads, were the team that caught my eye the most. So that won't be the most attractive name. And I don't think you're going to see many headlines saying get Davante in Indianapolis. But as I looked at it, I thought that could be a nice fit in comparison to everywhere else. So we'll see how that plays out, and interested to see what folks say to that. So